See if this works here. So it has been a huge week here at the shop. We went from some really old, terrible DSL to fiber internet where I can actually now do things like this. It no longer takes me driving to the local high school, sitting in the parking lot with a laptop to upload a video. I can now actually upload a video from my computer at the house here and have it not take 4 days of running continuously to upload a video. So I'm excited. Wow, I think I have a viewer there. Hello, viewer. This is the first time I've done this. I have no idea how to tell what your username is there. What if I click on you here? 2 viewers. Wow. Okay, I don't know how to tell who is viewing here. Oh, hey, Michael Hatterneck. Sorry, text is really small there. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so I mentioned earlier, big week here at the shop. We had fiber internet ran out to the farm here, and I can actually do stuff like this now. It's really, really exciting to not have to drive to the local high school, like I said, to upload a video where I got to drive like 20 minutes away just to upload a video. So expect a whole lot more content out there. This is really super exciting. Like I can actually now upload multiple videos a week without it being a humongous hassle. So anyway, I'm Zach, aka Darlington Farm. I might try doing this on a weekly basis here. Hey, thanks for subscribing, my rooster Two-Face. Anyway, yeah, so I'm Zach. I build stuff. This is my shop out here. And if you have any questions, now's a great time. This is kind of the first time playing around with this. I've never done this before. Tomorrow, probably about 9 o'clock Eastern time, next video is going up. It will be a tour of my current welding rig setup. I got some cool drone footage of flying around. And yeah, it should be good. I go through what's all in my boxes, what's in there, and that type thing. So yeah, in the morning, I will post the video. Turn your phone. Am I showing you the toolbox? Uh, Wait, hey, let's see. Are you seeing me or are you seeing the shop here? Uh, Sorry, yeah, first time ever doing this, so shop now. Okay, so I think, yeah, all right, so you're seeing what I'm seeing here. So, yeah, I guess, long ways like this. Rotate device. I don't know, it keeps yelling at me to rotate. Okay, anyway, yeah, how's this? Yeah, so we are out in the shop here, and yeah, I guess I can go around the shop here and kind of show you a guided tour if you have any questions or anything like that. Or does that? Which one works better? So that actually fills the screen there. When I go horizontal like this, it like locks the screen. Rotate device. I don't know. Anyway, I'm technology dumb. So yeah, we can go around the shop here. You can see what I am working on. These guys here are a frosting filter. The way you started was good. Okay, well, I'll leave it like this. Okay, so these guys here are a frosting filter for sugary confection that you've probably had. Anyway, yeah, I got to make a couple more of these guys. These are for, yeah, like I said, I'm not going to say what company they go to, but yeah, it is a sugary confection that chances are you've probably eaten. And they will survive a nuclear blast. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, yeah, so making these guys here. What else have we got going on here? I've never really tried this before, so we'll see what we can make interesting for you. I got the Multimatic back there. It's probably going to go out on a job here shortly. I got my truck loaded up. I am getting ready to go out and CST 280. Oh yeah, we can see the CST 280. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here on the shelf. I have not used it a whole lot. Right here. So that is the 280 that I got off Marketplace for like $300, 325 bucks, I think, something like that. Sorry, the light's really crappy in this corner. yeah, I got that guy and went through it in the video there. So far it's been good. I haven't used it a whole lot, really. I just saw that it was cheap, and I thought it'd make a good YouTube video. But I'm going out to a job that is I'm going to be there for probably a month. Building some stairs out of galvanized leftovers from a giant industrial chicken farm. So I may go ahead and take that up there. I may not. I don't know. In all honesty, I can charge more if I'm running off of the engine drive. So I may just go ahead and run off an engine drive, but there's 480 available there. So the 280 here would be a good welder, and I might go ahead and take it up there and use it for a couple days. If nothing else, just to kind of make sure it's going to work okay. I've stick welded with it here, but like, you know, it's not been rod after rod after rod. It's always just been kind of a little, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there kind of deal. But yeah, that's the 280. So far, I've not had any issues with it. I guess we can go down the line here. So this is a cold wire feeder. I bought it for like one job, and I really haven't used it a whole lot since then. It basically has a little deal here that shoots out wire. It's even plugged in. Oh, I don't think I have wire in it. So anyway, you hit the button on it, and you kind of hear it grunt there. It we have follower into power is cut. Oh, okay. Well, cool beans. Yeah, thank you. It just popped up there. I didn't catch who that was. Yeah, so that's the cold wire feeder. It's really nice if you're sitting down here at the bench because it will spit out wire like you would dip, and you can change the dwell and the delay and all that, and it makes it really easy if you're doing whatchamacallit, a production run of parts, especially if you're using a weld positioner like this. I just have a foot pedal on the floor where I turn the foot pedal on, the part starts rotating, you've got the torch in one hand, or you can mount that pendant on a torch. So really all you do is just sit there, work the foot pedal, and it dabs. Really nice for jobs like that. What else we got behind me here? I got my Dynasty 210 and a little water cooler for it. This one I don't use in the shop much anymore. I pretty much always use the Dynasty 400, which is next to it. The 210 there, I generally use if I am going out mobile and running off of the engine drive in my truck. Nothing wrong with it. It's a great little machine. I'm very impressed with the duty cycle on it. You can pretty much leave the thing at 210 amps all the time, and it runs just fine off of the Pipe Pro, and also off of my, well, I guess I haven't tried it off of the new diesel 302, but it ran my other 302, and then off of a 325 diesel that I had. Got rid of the 325 diesel because I was having software issues with it, and they ended up coming out with a software fix after I sold it. But I bought it before the price increase and ended up selling it for more money than I paid for it. So it was kind of hard to argue with. One thing about those little high-speed diesels is they're so loud. I really hated it after I bought it. Anyway, we've got the big dog here, Dynasty 400. Crazy nice TIG welder. Really runs. The menu and all, stuff and all that is pretty much identical to the 210 there, to the Max Stars. Like all the Miller stuff like that has pretty much the same user menu. The only thing with this one, 410 amps. Like I've taught at a place that had a Dynasty 800, which was crazy. For being an 800 amp machine, it only goes up to 725 amps, but it is very impressive to light up with that thing at 725 amps. The same here with the 400. When you actually turn it all the way up to 400, it's very impressive. But I seldom use it for anything like that. I had one job. I had to build some copper fixtures for a robotic welding cell, and I was able to charge enough on that job. Paid for the 400, and yeah, had it ever since. It's nice if you're welding aluminum. There are times where, you know, the 210 just doesn't quite cut it. You can blend in helium. I usually keep a little helium bottle over here, so I can kind of show you that. And then I usually leave a separate regulator over there so you can blend in a little helium, which gets it up to where it acts more like a 250 amp machine. But there's no substitute for if you're doing a thick aluminum casting. where you really have the power there. Anyway, once again, anybody new joining in, I am Darlington Farms, Zach. We're kind of wandering around my shop here. Please, if you have any questions, now is the time. I just had new internet put up here at the shop that actually will support a live stream or stuff like that. So anyway, yeah, we're just kind of wandering around the shop here, and I am trying not to ramble on and act too much like a crazy person. Hey, what's up, Cross? Oh, hey, Tab, how's it going? Yeah, we got fiber. I'm super excited. I can actually do stuff like this now. Wait, sorry, what was that last comment? I totally missed it. Something about gas or diesel, which I prefer. I prefer diesel machines just because I do not like working on gas motors. I have never had really any issues with a diesel that I couldn't just, fix, and then never had any issues with again. Anyway, yeah, so we're just going around the shop here. If there's anything you guys would like to see, I am more than happy to show you here or try and answer any questions. This big snorkel guy behind me here is when does a new construction start? When I can get concrete, and actually when I can get gravel. Mag drills. Yeah, mag drills. Yeah, so there's another building out here on the farm I have been working on to turn into a new shop. Right now I can't get my guy to deliver gravel, and also it's very difficult to get concrete here. So the floor is done, the dirt is in there. I ran a vibrator over it, packed it all down. I'm just really waiting on gravel and concrete. Hopefully he'll deliver some concrete or some gravel out here shortly, and then I don't know, as soon as I can get gravel coming, or excuse me, as soon as I can get concrete coming, I don't know, but yeah, everybody I've talked to now said, like, unless you've got really, really deep pockets or in with IMI, which is our kind of local concrete company here, good luck is pretty much what they told me. So anyway, hopefully before too long, I guess, yeah, I'll have to do a video on that. Went through, replaced all the posts on the bottom of or all the posts on the pole barn there. All the skirt boarding, it's all cleaned out. It's all ready to go. Just, really, as soon as I can get the gravel here and get the concrete here, we'll start working on that as a shop. What else we got going here? Oh, yeah. Snorkel guy back here. Fume sucker. I bought that for a job I did at Purdue. And I don't have the room for it in here, but it really is nice to just have that on your table here where you can just suck all the fumes and stuff up. What else we got going around here? I got all kinds of equipment. There's my Piranha iron worker. Anybody have any questions on any of these things here? Yeah, I got that iron worker last year, I think. I got a real good deal on it. Super handy. I wish I had more room to use it. I'm really looking forward to having it in the new shop where, excuse me. Just had some coffee. Really looking forward to having it in the new shop where there's actually enough room to use it. I got my Miller Smart Feeder here and the Field Pro that runs it. I'll have to do a video on this setup. This thing is really awesome. It runs off of the Pipe Pro in my truck or off of the Field Pro right here. This is basically an XMT that has the stuff in it to talk to the Smart Feeder through the welding cables. Does Pulse MIG. Really, really a cool setup. I really like that. It's like super handy if you want to lay down a lot of metal in a big hurry. It works great for that. Hey, once again, I see a couple of new people coming in here. I'm Zach, Darlington Farm. Got new internet set up out here at the shop where I can actually do stuff like this. And yeah, if you have questions or just want to say hi, throw a comment up there, and I'll try and do my best to answer them. We're just kind of walking around the shop here. I'm trying not to go too fast and make everybody dizzy, but we're kind of looking around and checking everything out. Got the big Lodge and Shipley over here. I have not... How's the Ford holding up? Hey, the Ford is holding up awesome. Actually, tomorrow's video is a tour of the welding truck as it sits today. I've got the Pro 400 in there, and yeah, so in the morning, 9 o'clock Eastern, or thereabouts, whenever I hit the go button, the new video is up. I got some really cool footage of flying around with the drone on it, and yeah, should be cool. So check that out in the morning. We're over here. Oh, I got my kids a 3D printer, and I've been playing with it a lot. So it's out here in the shop. I need to clean this table off just because. Move the 3D printer out here because those 3-axis ones like this, or not 3-axis, but 3-pillar ones, if they're not on a really, really steady table there, you have a lot of issues with it moving around. So we stuck it on this table here. It's got a 1-inch aluminum top and probably weighs 2,000 pounds. So it, yeah, didn't move that guy. Print's really nice, but I need to get it out of here where I can free up my table. My kids have been coming out here and doing electronics projects. They built a little Tesla coil, and I don't even know what this thing is over here that they have laying here. I need to get them to clean it up. The Hyde mech saw that I bought a couple years ago is still holding up pretty good. I did break a blade in it the other day, which kind of sucks. Those are, I don't know what, I was in a hurry doing some mitering cuts on some 2.5-inch stainless tubing, and yeah, I broke the blade in it. I don't know if it just caught or what the deal was. Anyway, yeah, so that kind of sucks. Those blades are about $100 a pop. Haven't used the Lodge and Shipley in a while, but still going strong, but I just haven't had any machine work. The plant that I was doing a lot of machine work for started using another place. There's a CNC shop up there that's a little closer that they started using. So I haven't had as much machining work now. I have a whole shop full of machine tools, and yeah, not a whole lot of work for them. There's like one big kind of shop here locally that does a lot of the work like that, and yeah, it's kind of hard to break in because there's a few other shops, but one of them and their shop rate is like $45 an hour, and I'm not working for $45 an hour. I mean, it's one thing if you're making that working for someone else, but if you're, say, like a business owner, $45 an hour is a shop rate, and you're the owner operator, just doesn't cut it. So anyway, yeah, that's why my machine tools haven't really been used a whole lot here lately. I really do like, especially this Kearney tracker. It's super handy. This like horizontal head rotates in every axis like that. Really such a cool machine. But yeah, it's just there's not a whole lot of work around here for at least that I've been able to find for like a small shop like this. I mean, so anyway, yeah, that's one thing there. Still super handy to have around. The shaper here, I need to get rid of. I dig having a shaper. There are times where it's really handy. I should probably sell it because it's one of those things that takes up a whole lot of room. You don't use it a whole lot, but it is really a cool machine. But I just don't have the room. As you can see, my shop is a 2.5 car garage, and yeah, it takes up a whole lot of room. What are you doing for heating? Oh, heating in the shop. So when it's not super hot out or super cold out, I have a heat pump over there in the corner that will keep it pretty warm down to say about like mid 30s, something like that. And then up here on the ceiling, I have a 7.5 kilowatt heater, and then I have a smaller, I think it's on a 30 amp breaker. It's a 5 kilowatt or 6 kilowatt breaker. And between those two, and then I generally leave that little heat pump over here running. It stays nice and toasty in here. Like generally during the day, even when it's really, really cold out, I can just have the 7.5 kilowatt one running there, and it keeps it nice and toasty. I forget what I put up in the insulation in the attic goes. It's 2 things of R19 kind of layered on top of each other, so it's pretty well insulated. And then I've got an insulated garage door over here, and the walls are insulated. They're just R13, something like that. So not the best in the walls. And then like the door is a little drafty, but it keeps it nice and toasty in here. I have noticed heating those in the winter, they cost me about $20 a day in extra electricity to keep this place warm, which kind of sucks, but I'm not out here all the time. And also that's including, running machines and stuff like that. But having it running, it does cost me about, like I said, about $20 a day. And then I generally in the summertime leave that guy running all the time, just at like a low, it's got like a dehumidifier setting to where if I let it run, it pretty much keeps it comfortable in here all the time and really knocks the humidity down. If you're not from the Midwest, humid as hell here in the summer and really not good for machine tools. I noticed, like, you can probably see some of it over here. I need to go through there with a Scotch-Brite and clean the just light surface rust off the machine there. But yeah, if you don't run the dehumidifier like that all the time in the summer, you end up with that. But it also keeps it nice and cool in here. So anyway, I guess for those joining, I'm Zach, Darlington Farm, and we're kind of hanging out here on a Friday night. Just had some new internet installed here at the farm. They ran fiber out here after talking about it for like 5 years. We finally have fiber, and I actually have decent enough internet to do stuff like this. So if you have any questions, there's anything anything you would like to learn about, anything, just drop a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer it. Anything you want to see here in the shop, yeah, just drop a comment. I'm trying to think of, never done a live stream like this before, so wait. How's your new shop coming? My new shop, what are you doing? Okay. Yeah, so my new shop is kind of on hold at the moment. I'm waiting for gravel. Um, So like there's three plants around here that make like Portland cement. And apparently all of them are down at the moment, and I cannot get concrete. We're doing that couple projects around here for I did a project like a chiller base, like a really big air conditioner base, like a, I don't know what you call it, like one of those big chillers. It's like a 10,000 pound air conditioner. Like it took us most of the summer to get concrete delivered for that one. And then I'm doing another project here at another plant, and it has been awful to get concrete up there. So like I've not been able to get concrete out here for the shop, and then I'm bartering the trucking. I have a buddy that owns a trucking company. Done some welding for him, and he is bringing out the gravel for my garage, or for the base for the concrete, and he hasn't brought that out yet either. So I'm just I'm waiting on stuff. The whole building is basically ready to go. I went through, I replaced all the skirt boards, all the posts were rotted on the bottom. So all the new skirting is done, all the posts are done. Brought the level up to the grade in the building up to where it needs to be. Spent 2 days out there having one of my kids run a, what do you call it? Plate compactor. There we go. Over the dirt that's in there. It's packed down really good and hard. I'm just waiting on the gravel. And I've started going through when I have a free day here and there. Just the tin on the building is just nailed on, and so some of those nails have started to work loose over time because I think they redid, or I think they built a building in like in the 80s. So I've been just taking a, nail puller, popping those off, running screws in there. So still in the process. Hopefully, I'm hoping I can get the concrete done this year. I'm not super optimistic. At least get gravel to where I can park machines and stuff in there and do a little bit of work. So, yeah. Building's not done yet. That's basically the short answer there. Yeah, wow, 10 people. I can't believe 10 people are actually watching this. Okay, so once again, hey, if you're new joining the stream here, I'm Zach, Darlington Farm. New video going up in the morning. If I'm just hanging out here, anything you guys would like to talk about or anything you want me to talk about, drop a comment there. I see them when they pop up, and yeah, we'll go through it here. So let's see. I already talked about the iron worker, my Kearney tracker mill, the filters that I am building over here. These are frosting filters. If you are new to the stream here, that are going to be going to a plant that makes sugary confections that you've probably had in your life, but I probably shouldn't say who it's going for. But yeah, those are another product run of those that need to get finished up here. Lots of ferrules. Still have the greenhouse. Yes, the greenhouse is still there. It's been almost 10 years now. The Lexani, not fiberglass, the plastic stuff on the outside's looking pretty rough. Actually, that I was meant to do that this summer. Just take the plastic off of it and just turn it into a shed. I'm not really using the greenhouse anymore. really it's just kind of turned into throwing crap in there to keep it out of the rain. So I think we're going to go ahead and just turn it into like a little shed because not really growing veggies and stuff like that anymore. Actually, it's been so busy the last couple years, we've not even put out a garden. Um, I know a lot of people were, at home for 2020. For me, we're doing work in food plants. Like it was the busiest time I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, there was a stretch there where I maybe took 2 days off in 6 months, and it was very, very busy. Um, I just have not had the time or the energy or the inclination to put out a garden. So need to turn it into a shed. I think that's what we're gonna do. Like a couple of the panels have blown off, and it just kind of looks crappy at this point. So I think turn it into a shed. So yeah, greenhouse. I mean, it held up really well for. I mean, it's been up for almost 10 years at this point, but yeah, it kind of looks manky at this point. So we're probably just gonna go ahead and either bulldoze it or turn it into a shed. That was the what my wife decided. So that's really what I need to do. I just was so busy this year, I didn't get a chance to. Yeah. Anyway, other questions? Anything you'd like answered? I'm actually. Oh wait, what are your true inspiration and someone you look up to? Uh, True inspiration. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're talking about there. YouTube wise, I really like Bo of the Fifth Column. I would love to have a YouTube channel like that. Also, Jimmy DiResta is another one where I enjoy watching his videos. He has a really good style there. I'd love to have a Netflix deal, like that'd be cool. But yeah, those are two that I'm really watching now and really enjoy. I really like Bo of the Fifth Column. Like yeah, he's I'm really enjoying his videos here lately. They're not, maker related. They're more philosophical and yeah, mostly like philosophy and philosophical. But I'm really enjoying those. Other than that, I don't really have anybody that I look up to. I have a couple buddies here locally that own businesses that I try to surround myself with people that are successful and kind of like-minded. There's been a lot of people I've met in real life, and that had big businesses, and you get to know them, and you really wonder, like, how did they get there? And then you kind of realize, like, you can't overthink things. Like, I tend to obsess on things and, completely overthink them way more so than what it needs to be. And it really kind of does get in the way. So, I don't know. That's some advice out there for somebody. If you are trying to start a business, um, some gumption and a willingness to work your butt off goes a long way. Yeah, that's all I can say there. Because like once you meet some of these people that have, I mean, they're big, money wise, big. You think how did that happen? And not in a, I don't mean that in like a dickish way, but it's just like you kind of, I don't know. You assume someone is probably that's very successful is probably, at least I assume someone that's very successful is like, I would say necessarily smarter, but then you kind of like talk to them and realize like, oh wow, they're just somebody that had the gumption to go for it. Anyway, yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions or anything like that? And say like yeah, there's the hole in the ceiling from my CNC mill. I bought a Matsura CNC mill at an auction. Drug it home. I had to take the header out of my garage there. It weighed 17,000 pounds. I drug it home on a car hauler. Amazed I didn't get busted by Ohio DOT because I mean it bent both axles on it. I didn't realize how big it was, and whenever I bid on it until I actually got it there and was like, oh boy. Anyway, Matsura CNC ended up like the control cabinet ended up catching on fire. Did not burn my shop down, thankfully, but yeah, that was where I had the spindle drive through the roof there. So let's see, anything else? Trying to think of. I'll have to come up with more of a plan. I just thought I would turn this on here now that I have decent internet and see if anybody would actually watch. I can't believe there's actually people out there, watching. So Any other questions? Once again, tomorrow morning there will be a video pop up about the my welding truck setup at the moment. But now that I see this is working, like I'll have to do some more videos like this. Maybe we could do like a build off. Would anybody be interested in? Are my glasses self-tinting? No. These are Tom Waters pipeliners. So if you're a welder, I highly recommend Tom Waters glasses. It's just if you just go to Google Tom Waters, they have some tinted ones, which I usually run the number 2 purple ones. If I'm welding, it's nice if you are, excuse me, like have your hood on and off, or if you're wearing a pancake and it's you're dark in there for a while and pull it off. It's not real dark, but it's just enough where oh, funny, why an Inspire 2. Okay, I'll get to that in a second here. I guess I can let the cat out of the bag. Yeah, Tom Waters glasses, number two purple tint, and then these are just the clear ones. Awesome. They fit under a pancake hood, and they're really great for welding. There's some kind of coating they put on them that is just amazing for welding. Why did I buy an Inspire? So I went to basically a farm progress show. It's for Beck's Seeds, their technology day a while ago with a buddy of mine. And I have been kind of looking for something else I could get into when welding was slow. I got into excavating, and it's not really my thing. Like, I don't mind doing small projects, but I have no desire to sit in a hoe or a skid steer for days at a time. And I also have no desire to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on equipment and have to buy a low boy and have to go through all that. So I have been kind of on the hunt for something else um, that I could do, because I really like things where I can just buy a machine, use it, and make pretty decent money. So yeah, the drones. So I went, yeah, at the Beck Technology Days there, so I saw some spray drones that were going out and demoing. I forget the name of the company, like Solar or something like that. Anyway, so they were like basically a drone that holds, I think, 5 or 8 gallons of spray. You fill it up, it flies out, it sprays the field, it comes back, you fill it up, it repeats. And boy, that's really neat. I got to talking to my buddy there, and they're talking about, 50 to $70 an acre for chemical application. And I'm thinking, okay, the drone's $25,000. You're paying $50 to $70 an acre for spot spraying. That's pretty good business right there. So I bought a Mavic Pro 2, which is much smaller drone, and I've been playing around with it. And I found a website called Drone Deploy. They make some software for doing, well, lots of things. More what I was interested in was agricultural applications, where you can fly over a field, map it, and you can count the number of seedlings that have germinated, and you can also see if there are like bulb patches or things like that, where the farmer can go in and see if they need to reseed an area. And again, talking to my buddy, they're talking, how much an acre you can charge for that, and I'm thinking, okay, I buy a $2,000 drone, and if I can do a couple thousand acres a year, and then the software is the crappy part. The software, the drone deploy subscription is like $4,000 a year. But again, okay, you're doing the same fields, population count, see like what actually sprouted, and then you're doing what's called an NDVI map, where you go back over it, and it measures the ratio of near infrared to red light. I might have messed that up. Anyway, it checks how green the plants are, which is basically how healthy they are. It's the amount of red light that is reflected out of them. So again, those maps, you're talking like $2 to $3 an acre. $2,000 drone, it flies over. You can map 100 acres with that Mavic in about an hour. So it's not bad money. The Inspire I bought because it flies and maps at 35 miles an hour versus about 14 miles an hour for the Inspire, or for the Mavic. So basically, I bought that thing, and it has a better camera on it too, to where you can interchange. Like the Inspire has a, like the ZMOS or however you say that camera, you can disconnect that one, and then you can put a multispectral camera in there that will give you visible, it will give you near infrared, and I forget, there's another option you can get for it, where you can do really, really detailed crop health maps. So yeah, that's why I bought it, is to basically fly a camera over the farm fields and check for crop health. That's kind of what I'm getting into. For I think next year, the paperwork for spray drones is absolutely ridiculous. The FAA has not updated the regulations on spraying since 1964. So to actually operate a spray drone legally, you have to petition the federal government or the FAA, and the process takes about a year to do that. There's companies where if you buy the drone from them, they will help you navigate the process, but it still takes like a year to get the paperwork in order, on top of like the commercial drone license or your Part 107 license, which is actually not that difficult to get. But yeah, the spraying takes forever. The mapping is kind of how I figure, okay, I've got $6,000 in my Inspire. And then about $4,000 for the software subscription for a year. I figure, well, if I can pick up, enough acreage to make a little bit of money off that, anyway, getting my foot in the door for agricultural drones and kind of getting out there. So yeah, that's why I ended up buying Inspire. Hey, anybody else have any questions here? We're going on 36 minutes. If nobody else has any questions, I might go ahead and call it. I can't believe there's anybody out there actually still watching me talk, but anybody else have any questions? Oh boy. Do I prefer Glock, Sig, or Smith & Wesson? Oh boy. I will be honest, and I'm probably going to alienate some of you here. I'm not a Glock fan. I have one. It's a 2x4, but it works. But I am revolvers, Smith & Wesson, hands down. I definitely own a lot of N frames, J frames. I don't think I have a K frame at the moment. But Sig Sauer for automatics, hands down. I love my 229. I love my 226. J frame. I have a couple of the little bitty Performance Center. Yeah, 2 is 1. Okay, I don't quite. Oh yeah, two is 1. I don't quite fully understand that one. Anyway, yeah, I was gonna say Sig Sauer for your automatics, Smith & Wesson revolvers, Glock. I have carried a Glock. It's like I said, I do not shoot as well with a Glock. With a Sig Sauer, like I can absolutely get down with it. And but yeah, Glock. I've got a 19. It stays loaded. I don't, and then they're cheap enough. Like I don't worry about if it gets scratched up or banged up or whatever. I have a couple really expensive Sig Sauers that, like I have 229 Elite 9mm, and then I've got a 229 357 Sig, which that is a wicked, wicked round. Absolutely love that. You're talking a 115 grain bullet at 1800 feet a second, or a 125 grain bullet at like 1500 feet a second. I'm not going to go into detail, but I've got a couple coyotes with that thing before, and it is much more like a 223 round. Very, very nasty. Anyway, yeah. So I could go on and on all night about that, but I try to, not talk about that on this channel. I don't really want to get demonetized, so enough of that. Any other questions? Anybody else? We're out here in the shop. Anything's fair game here. Happy to talk about anything out here. There's all kinds of nifty doodads and crap laying around here. But it looks like I'm down to 6 of you there, and we're at 39 minutes. So anybody else? I don't really know what the format is for doing stuff like this. This is kind of new. But I'm super excited to have the better internet here, so I might start doing this as a regular thing on Friday nights if you guys are interested. Yeah, if you're interested, maybe doing like on Friday or Saturday night kind of deal like this, that'd be kind of fun. Can't tell who's, oh wait, there we go, I brought my comments up. Mag drills. Oh yeah. Will you run out of diesel? We will run out of diesel. Oh God, I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Hello. Hello, Morris. I don't know if you're still with me here. I just figured out how to look at comments. I'm sure this is super exciting. When does a new shop construction start? What's up? 280. Okay. Well, anyway, all right. We're at 40 minutes here. I think might go ahead and call this. I just now figured out how to make the comments. Yep, I got a big old mag drill over here. And then I've got one of the Milwaukee cordless ones. That thing is heavy. I do not like using it, except for when you absolutely need to use it, because it will run a it'll run a half 13 tap and not even slow down. But when you got to move it, it is not your friend. Anyway, yeah, 40 minutes here, so I think I will probably bid all of you adieu, and thank you all very much for joining in. I am super pumped that this actually worked, and that there's actually people who are interested in hanging out here in the shop. Actually, I think next week I'll go ahead and get my laptop set up here with a real camera and a decent microphone. Oh, actually, do I sound okay? Did you see the new one DeWalt came out with? No, actually. Glad I caught you a good one. No, actually, I did not see DeWalt came out with a mag drill. That's interesting. I'll have to check that out. I definitely like DeWalt. Oh, sounds good. Okay, hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, again, I've never had decent cell phone service here to where I could do something like this, and I've never had decent internet here in the shop to where I could actually do something like this. So I'm super pumped to actually be able to do something like this. We've got a 250 megabit symmetrical connection, so 250 up, 250 down, and it's wild. I have always had to drive to the high school about 20 minutes away from here, sit in the parking lot with my laptop to upload videos, so it's always been a pain in the butt. I'd upload the video for tomorrow. I just uploaded it. It is 4 gigabytes, and it took like 3 minutes to upload, which it would take about an hour of sitting in the car at in the parking lot at the high school to actually upload that. So expect a whole lot more content out of me. This is just mind blowing how much faster it is. Oh yes, now I will agree with. I like living out in the country. Yeah, not having decent internet out here has sucked. Hey, thanks again. 68. Jason, hey, yes, I really appreciate everybody joining in. This has been really exciting. Yeah, if people were interested in doing this on a weekly basis, no, actually, our local REMC out here. Oh, Weld West. Hey, I watch your videos. Those are cool. No, our local REMC out here has been running fiber to everybody out here. Like the road we live on, there are two houses out here, and they ran fiber to both of us. It's crazy. They got some kind of government grant to do it, and we've been on the list for like 3 years, I think, for them to run fiber out here. But they finally hit our area up, and yeah, it's mind blowing. I mean, like I said, I would have to drive like 20 minutes to sit in the parking lot to upload a video, and if the Wi-Fi wasn't working at the high school, I had to drive to town and sit in the Starbucks parking lot, and I mean, it would just take forever. Like at the house here, and that was also part of the reason why I never went to making 4K videos. Was it would take, if I uploaded at the house here a 4K video, it would literally take 4 days to upload, and it would crush the internet where you couldn't really use it for anything else. So yeah, this is going to be a game changer. Expect a whole lot more content out of me. So yeah, fiber is awesome. And that's another thing. Rural broadband is something that we really need to work on, because there's a whole lot of other people out in the country that I'm sure would love to do stuff like this, but just do not have the ability to. Because yeah, cell phone service here sucks. And yeah, the old DSL barely worked. Anyway, yeah. Anybody else? Any other questions? I've been talking for almost 45 minutes now. Again, if you guys are interested, would be thrilled to kind of do like weekly, like Friday night bullshit session out here in the shop. I'll kind of have more of an itinerary planned. Like this evening, they hooked the fiber up yesterday, and I thought, ooh, I'll try that. I've never done that, so Anyway, yeah, it's what we're at the 45-minute mark here, so yeah, might go ahead and call it. And thank you all for tuning in. Please check back in the morning. We'll have a video that is going to be releasing about my welding rig. Got some cool drone footage of the welding rig, and then I go through talking about the Pipe Pro or the Pro 400 I've got in there, show you what all I've got in my different toolboxes, and kind of talk about the how I have it set up. So if you're interested, check back. Yeah. Anyway, I guess I will bid everyone a good evening. Thank you all again for checking in. Weld West, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I do enjoy your videos. They're really nicely edited. Double thumbs up. Hey, yeah, I can't hold the do book two thumbs up here because I got my phone with the other one. But anyway, I will bid everyone a fond good evening. If yeah, enough people joined into this, I think I might plan on doing this again next Friday and have a little bit more of a itinerary planned. So if just shoot me a message on here or leave in a comment if there's things you'd like to talk about, or if you do you want to be more focused on kind of like business, kind of what's in the shop here. I again like really had no plan this evening. What would you like to focus on? And I am more than happy to talk about anything from like the welding business to I don't know anything. Also, is anybody going to FabTech? I am kind of thinking about going to FabTech. I have a buddy that lives down there fairly close to Atlanta, and maybe see him and go check it out. I got an invite from JD Brewer there to go to their before party. I think they call it the preheat. So I'm tempted to go, but I don't know if I'm actually going to go. Anyway, yeah, thank you all for tuning in. If there are topics or anything that you would like to go over in the next video here, I am more than happy to do it, and would look forward to your input. So anyway, yeah, we're at 47 minutes here. I think we'll go ahead and end it. And thank you all once again very much for tuning in. I'm still just constantly blown away that people watch what some idiot in their garage does. I wish I could go if it was close. Oh yeah, if you're out west somewhere, that's a haul. For me, when they did it here in Chicago, it's only about a 3-hour drive, but Atlanta is like, I don't know, 6, 8 hours for me, something like that. I probably wouldn't watch you over TV all day. Well, I appreciate it. It still just like, blows me away that, people want to watch some like crazy hick in their garage. But oh yeah, yeah. So FabTech there, it's I have a buddy who lives down there, so I'm tempted to go, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get away. But I'm sure it would be a good time and get some videos out of it. So anyway, also if you have ideas for more videos, so one of you commented on a short I put up about using a weld cleaner. So I'll have to make a video. Using that thing and kind of showing you how it works. It's the one I have is from a company called Cougartron or Cougatron. It works. I can't really bitch about it. It uses phosphoric acid solution, and you've got a little wand deal. You just wand over, and it cleans and passivates your welds. And actually, like on these guys here, like I said, those are frosting filters for a sugary confection that I'm guessing pretty much all of you out there have eaten. I have to passivate the whole part because it was rolled in a non-stainless roller. Actually, it was pretty gross, although don't tell them that. But it'll get polished and passivated, but yeah, I'll have to make a video on using the weld cleaner and passivator there. Anyway, I am at the 49-minute mark. Once again, thank you all for tuning in, and I think I'll go ahead and call this an evening. And yeah, plan on doing this again. So either Friday or Saturday night next week, we'll do it again. Should be fun. I'm Darlington Farm, Zach. Thank you all for watching, and once again, I can't believe you guys tuned in. Thank you very much. Wait, how do I...